the Cancer Support Community of East Tennessee. I'm Allison Bradley, and I teach gentle yoga at the Cancer Support Community of East Tennessee. Today, I'll be sharing with you a short 30 to 40 minute practice that you can do at home. As always, please consult with your medical team before initiating any movement practice. And if anything that I say feels uncomfortable in your body, feel free to modify the pose. We'll have some props available. You can back off the pose a little bit, or you can skip it altogether if it doesn't feel good. So when we're at the Cancer Support Community of East Tennessee, we often have some props available to us. Typically, we have a bolster, we have a blanket, a block, and a belt. And so we're going to find some ways that we can replace those items with pretty typical household items. So today I'm sitting on a folded bath towel. I also have a hand towel. I have a bathrobe tie and a fairly thick book. So we're going to make use of things we already own. And you also might want a chair or a wall nearby. So you can place those aside. You're welcome to pause the video to grab what you need as well. And we're going to begin sitting in a comfortable seat. So that could mean sitting in a chair for you, or you can come sit on your folded towel. And your legs can be bent or they can be extended in front of you. And we'll do just a couple shoulder rolls to begin to bring our awareness into the body. So these can be small or large. And then allow your palms to rest on your thighs. Allow your shoulders to relax. And if it's comfortable for you here, you can close your eyes. And begin to notice your breathing. What are you experiencing in your breath? Maybe noticing the pace of the breath, the sound of your breath, or perhaps where you feel your breath in your body. And take a few moments here simply to breathe and be aware of your experience of your breath. Often, when we turn our mind to the breath, our mind may begin to wander, maybe into the future, perhaps into the past. And as you notice your mind beginning to stray from your breath, gently return your attention to your breath. This simple act of noticing where your attention goes is mindfulness. Following your attention without judgment, and gently returning to your breath as needed. Taking one more deep breath here and letting it out. Gently begin to blink your eyes open if they're closed. And we'll begin by opening up the body, the upper body first. So we'll start with the neck And first drop your chin towards your chest and just let your head feel heavy. Spine stays long. And then take your right ear over to your right shoulder. Taking your head back. And left ear to your left shoulder. And next time that you reach center, begin to circle around at your own pace. These can be big circles or small circles. Fast or slow. Once more. And next time you reach center, reverse your direction. Perhaps noticing how this direction feels different from our previous direction. Last one. And next time you reach center, gently lift your head. And allow your arms to drop down by your sides. Inhale and extend your arms overhead. Reach through your fingertips. Exhale, lower your arms by your sides. You can exhale through the mouth here if you like as well. Inhale. Exhale, maybe a little sigh. Let's do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And a few more shoulder rolls. Again, big or small. And maybe a few to the front as well. In our next pose, we'll do some seated cat-cows. So placing your hands on your thighs. As you inhale, arch your back, lift your chest, and lift your eyes towards the ceiling. As you exhale, round your spine and drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Once more, inhale, lift, and exhale, round. And inhale, return to a neutral seated position. And check in with your breath. Noticing any sensations in your spine. From here, we'll move into a gentle twist. So we'll twist to the right first, taking the left hand across, and the right fingertips either to the mat behind you or to your support. So that could be your chair or your towel. And allow your head to go as far as it goes comfortably, and then maybe allow your eyes to go just a little bit further. With each inhale, maybe growing a little bit taller through your spine. And each exhale, twisting a little deeper. Allow your lower body to feel heavy. On an inhale, gently return to center. And take a moment here, maybe a deep breath. And then we'll twist to the left. So taking the right hand across and left fingertips behind you or to your support. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Taking your head as far as you'll go comfortably, and then allowing your eyes to go just a bit further. Tuning into your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release your twist, returning to neutral. And then our final pose we'll do here, seated, is a side bend. So we'll walk the right fingertips out to the side, and there's a few options you can do here. First, maybe bringing the left hand over to your left shoulder and gently bending the right elbow, tipping over. Opening the chest. If it's comfortable, you can even gaze upward. If that's comfortable, you can extend the arms straight up or up and over. Deep, full breaths. Inhale, back to seated. Taking a moment in neutral. And to the left, walk your left fingertips out. Right hand begins on the shoulder, gently tipping over in a side bend. Staying here to protect your shoulder, arm up or up and over. Maybe opening your chest. Maybe your gaze is slightly up, forward, or even down. Wherever your neck feels at ease in this pose. Breathing deeply. And back to center. And maybe another shoulder roll. Excellent. Next, we'll come onto our hands and knees. So for this, you may want to take your towel and unfold it a little bit more, placing it on your mat to cushion your knees. And we'll come onto our hands and knees. If this is a lot on your wrists, you can modify on your fists or even on your forearms. So from a tabletop position, we move into some cat-cows. So on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your head. As you exhale, round your spine, drop your head. Inhale, arch, lift your head. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Couple more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. And on your next inhalation, return to neutral. And come up onto your knees in a kneeling position and just shake out your hands a little bit. Releasing the wrists. You can do it as much as you like. You can be as big or as small as you like. And then we'll come into a child's pose. So with the knees about hips distance apart, sending the hips back towards your heels and walking your arms forward. So you can be in a fairly high child's pose, Or you might be able to descend your hips all the way back to your heels and maybe allow the head to drop. This would also be a place where you could use your book or your block under your head. You can also relax the forearms down here so the shoulders can relax. And take a couple more deep, full breaths here. Breathing into the back body. And then inhale back onto your hands and knees. Modifying again if you need on fists or forearms. And we'll start to open up the legs a little bit. So from here, extend your right leg back and tuck your toes under. And then press back through your heel. So you might feel this in your calf, you might feel this in your Achilles or even in your foot. Engage your core and press back through your heel. So you can stay right here. This is the first option. If you'd like a little bit more challenge, you can lift your right leg up to hip height, still pressing through the heel. And maybe extending the left arm forward, finding balance here. And releasing the left arm, the right leg, taking a breath here in neutral. Or if you need a little break, coming up and shaking out the wrists between sides. Left side. Tuck your back toes, press back through your heel, engage your core. Press down firmly through both hands or forearms or fists. And then lift your left leg up to hip height if you want a little more challenge. Try to keep your hips fairly level, and then extend your right arm forward. Gazing down or maybe towards the very front of your mat. And release your right arm, release your left leg. Again, child's pose, just a couple breaths here. Just to relax the arms. And then inhale back up onto your hands and knees. From here, we'll move into a low lunge. So we're gonna bring the right foot forward between the hands. So you might have to assist with your hand to bring your leg forward. If you're right on top of your kneecap, that might not feel very good. So you can tuck your back toes and scoot your leg back just a little bit so you're above your kneecap. And then this might be a place that you'd like your book as well. So you can rise up, bringing both hands to your thigh, or maybe one hand to your block, one hand to your thigh to help with balance. Relax your shoulders and allow your lower body to feel heavy. And then back off, so you come out of that stretch in the back leg, and we'll twist towards the right leg. So bringing both hands to the outside of the thigh. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, gently twist. If balance is again a challenge here, you can bring your hand to your block and your hand to your outer thigh or hip. Using the breath as we did previously in our twist, inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And slowly release. And we'll open up the right hamstring a little bit now too. So backing off, flexing the front leg, bring your hands to your hips. You can also use a block here if you need some assistance, or the wall. Flex the foot as if you are drawing your toes back towards your right hip. If this feels okay, you can fold forward a little bit, getting an even deeper stretch in your right hamstring. And then slowly release and come back to your hands and knees. Take your time, getting resituated for your left side. Bring your left leg forward, using your block or book if you need. Both hands to your left thigh, sinking in, maybe resituating that back knee a little bit for comfort. And only go as far as is comfortable. Don't try to push, just allow yourself to be where you are. Relax your shoulders. Maybe noticing if you're holding any tension in your face. Allowing your facial muscles to soften. Again, slowly backing off, coming out of the stretch into our twist. Both hands to your outer thigh, gazing towards your shoulder or perhaps over your shoulder. You can also have your hand on a block and your hand on your hip. Breathing deeply. And slowly release. We'll move into our hamstring stretch from here. So extending the front leg, hands to hips, flex the foot. Staying here or maybe extending forward, just enough to feel sensation in the back of the leg. And slowly release. And from here, we're going to make our way up to standing. So feel free to modify this if this doesn't feel available to you. But tucking the back toes, step the feet forward into a standing forward fold. And just let the arms and head hang for a moment if it's comfortable to hang the head. And then rise all the way up to standing. Excellent. So we're going to set our blanket aside for now. And our blocks. And come to standing. And find mountain pose. So with the feet about hips distance apart, arms by your sides, relax your shoulders. You might even close your eyes here and find your breath. If your eyes are closed, you might become aware of the gentle, tiny movements that occur in your feet, legs, and even core to keep you standing upright. Then if your eyes are closed, gently begin to blink them back open. We'll open up the arms a little bit. So with your arms by your side, inhale, take your arms all the way overhead. Reach through your fingertips. Exhale, lower. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, arms up as far as they'll go. Exhale, lower. Once more, inhaling up. Exhale, lower. And then interlace your hands in front of you and press your palms away. Allow your shoulders to maybe come forward towards your hands as well. Feeling strong in your legs. And then maybe raising the arms to about 45 degrees. Good. Lowering. Switch the cross of your fingers, so whichever way feels a little bit unusual. And then press the palms away. And then arms up to 45 degrees. Excellent. Release the arms. So we're going to do a couple balance poses next. So you might want a wall or a chair nearby. I'm going to demonstrate with a chair today. We're going to do tree pose. So for tree pose, we'll begin with the weight on the right leg. So shift the weight to the right, maybe placing your right hand gently on the chair. You can allow your left arm to just go by the side for a moment. Lift your left heel and feel your weight really shift over to the right. Open your knee to the side. This might be enough for you with the toes tucked. Maybe you lift the foot up to your shin, or maybe the foot comes all the way up to your thigh. But be sure you're not right at your knee. Again, maybe extending that left arm, or you can extend the left arm up, or you can play with balance here, maybe playing with extending both arms. And slowly release. Switching sides. And you want to be about, not quite arm's length from the chair, but a little bit farther away. And shift your weight over to your left foot, lift your right heel, open, toes can stay tucked to the shin or up to your thigh. Just be sure you're not at your knee joint. Maybe opening the right arm, maybe releasing the left arm. Slowly releasing. Beautiful job. All right, setting their chair aside for now. And let's come all the way down onto the ground. You want your blanket or towel again. And you might want your hand towel or the strap to your robe. And we'll come all the way down to seated and extend the legs. And first we'll sit up nice and tall. So just place your hands on your thighs, maybe a shoulder roll, relax your shoulders, and flex your feet as if you're pressing them firmly into a wall. Feeling your quadriceps begin to activate and your low belly begin to activate. Spine long. Take a few deep breaths here. This is staff pose. And then taking your hand towel or your strap and take the strap around the balls of your feet. And think about pressing your feet into the strap and sitting up tall as well. So it just gives the feet something to press into. Maybe you feel the quadriceps activate just a little bit more. From here, if it feels comfortable, you can start to fold forward. You might choose to bend the knees a little bit here as you fold. Or if it feels like too much to fold forward with the intensity in the legs and the strap, you can release the strap and gently release towards the legs. Any variation that feels good in your body right now. And just allow yourself to settle into the forward fold. That might mean backing off. It might even mean taking a couple fewer breaths if it doesn't feel good. and then slowly releasing the pose. And the next pose we'll do today is head to knee pose. So we'll bend the right leg. And this looks a lot like tree pose, but on the floor. So the right leg is bent and the left leg is extended. You might shift your hips just a little bit so that your torso turns towards your straight leg. And then grabbing your strap again, whatever you might be using. And if you don't have a strap nearby, you can have your hands on your shin or even on the ground next to your leg. Sit up nice and tall, press your foot into your strap, relax your shoulders, and gently extend forward. Again, you can always bend that knee. Slowly coming back to seated, release, and switch sides. Extend your right leg, bend your left knee. Turn your torso a little bit towards your extended leg, so there's a little twist there. And again, strap or hands wherever comfortable. Sit up nice and tall, flex the foot, relax your shoulders, and extend forward. Bending your knee if you need some extra space in your hamstring. Taking some deep, full breaths here. And maybe you have some pets at home that want to come practice with you too. Good, lengthen your spine and release. Okay, so the next pose we're going to do is cobbler's pose. So for cobbler's pose, we'll bring both feet together. And if this is not available to you, feel free to skip this one. We'll start with the legs a little bit farther away from our torso so that the legs form a diamond shape. And then maybe resting the forearms on the legs and letting this be a very relaxed position, maybe rounding your spine and releasing your head forward. If your ankles are on the floor directly and it doesn't feel good, you can place a hand towel underneath your ankles. We'll just stay here a few breaths. Relaxing your upper body, and allowing your legs to feel heavy. And then slowly coming back up to seated. And this might be a good distance for you, so you can stay here if that feels good. If you have a little more space, you can bring the feet in a little bit closer towards your hips. And maybe you hold on to the feet or ankles, whichever is comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths here, just allowing the legs to relax, thinking about relaxing the inner thighs as much as you can. Maybe a little bit more with each exhalation. And then if it feels available to you, you can extend your torso forward slightly. And then slowly back to seated. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. And you might like to keep your larger bath towel nearby. And we'll actually go ahead and set it up for our final relaxation pose. So taking your bath towel and maybe rolling it up into kind of a thick roll like that, and just setting it to the side for now. And then turning to the side, bending your knees. And this is optional here too. This is just a little core strength option. Holding on behind your thighs, round your spine, tuck your chin, and gently lower all the way onto your back. And if that doesn't feel available, just make your way onto your back in whichever way feels comfortable. And once you arrive on your back, take a few deep breaths. Maybe placing your hands on your low belly. Feeling the rise and fall of your breath with your hands. And then from here we'll move into a few closing poses. So hug your right knee in towards your chest, maybe holding behind your thigh or around your shin. Allow your upper body to stay relaxed, maybe even relaxing your right foot. And then extending your right foot towards the ceiling for another hamstring stretch. You can hold on to the sides of your thigh or maybe clasp your hands behind the back of your thigh. If you do that, think about pressing the back of your leg into your hands and pressing the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. Lengthening the leg as much as you can. And then moving into a hip stretch here. So crossing the right ankle over your left thigh. Maybe staying here in this position with the left foot on the floor. Or if you'd like a little more intensity in your stretch, you can hug your left knee in towards your chest and clasp behind your thigh. Try to allow your upper body to stay relaxed. Deep, full breaths. And release the left foot down towards the mat and uncross your right leg. Switching sides. Left knee in towards your chest, clasping behind your thigh or around your shin. Relaxed upper body. Extend your left leg towards the ceiling, holding the thigh or clasping behind, pressing up through the sole of your foot. Lengthening the leg as much as you can. Breathing deeply, shoulders relaxed. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Either staying here or hugging your right knee in towards your chest, clasping behind your thigh or around your shin. Upper body relaxed. And then gently releasing. And our final pose for today will be bridge pose. So with your feet about hips distance apart, allow your arms to rest by your sides, palms facing down. Press into your feet and roll your hips up towards the ceiling, lifting your chest towards your chin, pressing down into your arms, particularly into your upper arms. Lengthen through your knees so your spine is long. One more deep breath here. And on your exhale, slowly lowering back down onto your back. If it feels comfortable, you can hug both knees in towards your chest and maybe rock gently side to side. If you practice happy baby, you might open the knees a little wider, either holding behind your thighs, taking your shins, or taking the outside edges of your feet, and maybe a gentle rocking here as well. And then bending your knees back and towards your chest, and we'll begin to make our way into our final relaxation pose. So you can use your blanket here and place it underneath your knees so that your low back can relax gently. If you're cold, you're welcome to put on socks or cover up with a blanket. Extend your arms down by your sides, maybe allowing the palms to turn up so the shoulders can fully release down into the mat. And allow your body this opportunity to rest fully. Releasing any remaining muscular effort. Allowing your breath to be natural and unconscious. The body is breathing on its own. Allow your body to feel heavy. Feel free to stay in this final relaxation pose for as long as you need. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Taking this time for yourself. Take care, and thank you for joining me today. Namaste.